Julian. Bang! Julian, stop it! Bang, bang! Julian!
Dogs allowed, disturbing the peace and lifting their ruddy legs on no tombstones.
You don't never lift his ruddy leg, do you, Dog?
You know you've been forbid to go near that grave, specially.
Don't care if I have. I like putting flowers on this grave, and put flowers on this grave I will.
Oh, tell Mr. Dacres.
Tell God if you like.
Go on, get out!
Ah!
Get out of here, don't you, my girl? You get out of here! You wait till Mr. Dacres! Go on, get out, you brave! Hey, get up, Hey! Shippo!
Why can't she put flowers there?
I'll have you run in, Jippo.
Why can't she?
Well, it's me orders. That's why.
From who?
Mr. Dacres, that's who. That's his boy's grave, and he don't want her near it. I'm sexton here. And what I says goes. No half-witted girls, no dogs lifting their legs, and no Jippos. Got it? Right.
Who's he then?
Dunno.
Why, you put flowers on him?
Dunno. I like graves.
What's your name?
Bridie White.
Bridie White.
What's your name?
Roybin Crescentia.
Oh. Oh, that about lifting his leg. He waits. Don't you, dog? Does it on the Herban District Council gate. Come on, dog.
Hey, don't go.
Why not?
I like talking to you.
It's tea time. Come on, dog. You see?
Now what is it?
What's the matter? Harold's dead.
Who?
My hamster.
Oh.
And Nellie's downright poorly.
Why?
Dunno.
You don't look after the dratted things, do you? You just go off and play. You hardly look at them.
I play with them every day. Run up my arm, they do. Get in my dress and have a good look round.
Disgusting, I call it. Waste of money, I call it. I hate things. Always going wrong.
It's not plugged in. Nellie. Would you take our pulse?
Oh, don't be daft.
Some of your gin, then?
Unless you want to send her out in an alcoholic haze. Did you give them any water?
No. They get the green stuff and...
Oh, how long since they had water, then?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Don't you understand? No one can live without water. That's murder, that is.
If I get my pen filler.
Bring 'em in, then. Here you are. Poor little mite.
I think Nellie's at peace.
You're right. I think she's gone, too.
What shall I do with them, then?
Bury them, of course.
Where?
Oh, anywhere you like, but don't upset the flowers.
Upset.
You know what I mean. Disturb. Flowers are growing.
You can't just stick them in the ground. It's cold. Mr. Cheeseman puts people in coffins like beds.
That's people.
Harold and Nellie were people, too.
These two? Want any help?
My peace I give unto you.
Bridie, don't you stay out late.
Loving husband, beloved wife, gone before eternal rest, only child.
Hello, Dusty.
What a crowd of deaders, all looking to the east from whence he shall come. What you got there, Dusty?
Me mo. He's a deader now.
Oh, Meredith. A deader? Not Meredith. He had such a long lifeline.
I know. He could have lived forever.
What happened then? Did he die of his own accord?
His eyesight was poor.
Oh, and Moses is.
He was going down the street to the post office. And these blooming cows of Dacres come along. And one of the idiots stood on him.
Which idiot?
The one with the big tits.
Why was he going to the post office?
Dunno. He just was.
Poor Meredith.
He was a close friend. Remember him in the choir?
Aye. He loved you, Meredith did. Where are you going to put him?
Next me man. Think I could.
Why not?
I mean, this is where they all go, isn't it?
Next your man.
By the tree.
Loving friend.
Son of Edgar.
Right. Bring your trowel. Quite old, isn't she?
Never got to see her.
Where'd you get this hanky?
It's my sister's.
Nice of her.
She don't know. I made a cross for him.
Go on, then.
The one too. So cold and lonely.
Oh, you can't tell me. I just had the same trouble. Harold and Nellie. I'm a widow twice in one day. You can't leave him in your sister's hanky forever. Won't be a second.
What's up? Don't go away.
I'll be back. My peace I give unto you.
My peace I give unto you, Meredith.
What are you up to?
Been burying people.
Who?
My two hamsters and Dusty Miller's mole.
They all right there?
Of course.
My mother's buried somewhere.
Here. Did you know her? My father is over there. Didn't know him either.
It's quiet. Isn't it?
Where do you live?
In a wagon.
Chippo, like he said. With your father.
Got no father?
Got a dog, have you?
How do you get that?
Dunno.
Oh, how?
Dunno. Accident, my mum says. Afternoon, Mrs. Dacres.
Well, don't you ever go home?
Ma'am, don't mind, Mr. Cheeseman. Who's this for, then?
Mrs. Hearn.
Don't mind me saying, Mr. Cheeseman. I think she's too fat for it.
Not now, she ain't.
Mr. Dacre's coffin still there?
Oh, it is.
Why does he want to see his coffin before he gets into it?
They couldn't see it after, could they? Well, lots of people do. Chinese carry theirs round with them.
Why?
Keeps them in mind of... Keeps them in mind.
Mr. Dacres doesn't like me. I say hello and he walks by glaring. Ma'am says he's drove a drink going on about it.
About what?
Dunno. She never says.
Better go in and have a cup of tea, then run along home. Mother'll be wondering where you be. If she's still vertical.
Hello, Bridie. Come to tea, have you?
Mr. Cheeseman said I had to.
Finished, have you?
Just as mole's dead, Harry.
This was a pig once.
Poor old pig. So pigs eaten, Mr. Cheeseman?
That's what pigs is for, to be eaten.
Go on. Get on with it.
Bread and jam, Bridie.
That's 3 people dead today. 4 counting Mrs. Hearn.
What?
Harold and Nellie and Meredith.
Who?
And Susie's cat.
Oh, animals.
Black one.
He got caught in a hay cutter. It was horrible, Jakey said. All squashed in red.
She had some kittens last week. They're dying now.
Kathy.
Yes, ma'am?
Can't you kids talk of anything else?
I would have thought Dennis would interest you, Mr. Cheeseman. Even though they're squashed. Why aren't animals buried in the churchyard?
It's consecrated ground. And they haven't got souls.
Why not, Dad?
If Susie's cat had a soul, would it be squashed too? Meredith's too. He was trodden on by the cow with the big tits.
Not hungry, dear.
Why not, Dad? Why not bury animals in churchyards?
Chaos, wouldn't it? Herds of sheep and cattle and cats and dogs.
Moles?
Hamsters. Effluents.
You see?
Bridie, run along now.
Could you make a coffin for Effluent, Dad?
Edith.
Run along, Bridie.
How can you tell when a worm's a deader, Dad?
What?
A worm. How can you tell when it's a deader?
Oh, dear Lord.
God hears us all when we call to him. His mercy extends to all of us. In pain and in joy, in all our Oh, no, I've said it all before. What minister hasn't, damn it?
Ow! Did you see her? She's as mad as a hatter.
Rather a good shot. Couldn't exactly miss, dear.
Oh, I wish I could get my hands on her.
She's harmless.
Harmless? She shot at me. You can be arrested for less than that. Let me tell you, one of these days...
That's what Edwin Dacre says, Dolly. One of these days.
He's got a
bee in his bonnet.
Well, small wonder after what he's been through.
Well, sometimes when people have a guilty conscience, they're inclined to shift the blame to other shoulders.
Well, it wasn't his fault.
Well, no one knows the truth, do they? Never will.
I think it's what they call an open and shut case.
Oh, poor Mr. Dacres.
Well, what he says...
Ought to be under care and attention, that's what he says.
She has a mother.
And what a mother.
I don't want to be uncharitable, but really, unmarried and, well, constantly inebriated.
Bridie always seems well-fed and happy.
Oh, nonsense, Gertrude. She's like a runaway pony, completely out of control.
Well, good luck and Godspeed to her.
All right, all right. But one of these days, you're going to eat those words.
I hope not. Anyway, my dog liked her so much, I had to give him to her.
Oh, I always thought animals were supposed to know.
They do.
Remember what Paul told the Corinthians, as in Adam, all must die. Even so, in Christ, the dead are made alive.
If you're not dead, why aren't you moving?
Bridie! Bridie White, what are you doing up there?
It's a bee. Is it dead?
Yes, I think it is.
When does it start going to heaven?
It's gone already, I think.
It's still here in my hand.
Yes, but not its soul.
Oh, they has them then.
There is some argument.
Shall I bury it?
Give it a flick of your finger. How about that?
Go to God. Can't do that with people, though, can we?
Might save a lot of heartache.
And Mr. Slim a lot of work. Digging.
Bridie, you'd better hurry along home. Your mother will be worried.
Aye, if she's still vertical.
Sorry, son, pal. 2 darks.
2 darks? Got a mattress and an old iron bedstead you can collect the next time you're around.
Tomorrow. Anything else?
Just you leave me old chickens alone, will you?
Don't need to steal chickens. We got money enough.
And you rich, eh? No rent, no taxes. You're the lucky ones, you are.
Deal.
Proper noise for her to be making, isn't it? Cuckoo. Righty White. Cuckoo. She's all Sky West and crooked.
She's all right, boy. Oh, she's a bit simple. She's harmless enough. My boy Dusty likes her.
Yeah, harmless. That's the point, isn't it? I mean, one of these days, some young tyke's gonna get hold of her and do her a bit of no good. Like, get away. Thieving liars, the lot of them.
Happy, though. Dying race, too. Pity.
They won't die out. Oh, they're wagons. They'll last like 400 years.
That youngun's got his dirty eye on Bridie White. Her mother ought to know.
Yeah, there's talk of putting the kid away where she can do no harm.
Well, that's damn stupid, isn't it? What harm can kids do?
Another deader. Aye, Chalky told me. In the grass cutter.
I see it happen. They were going to bury her. I told them where we put Meredith.
Aunt Harold and Nellie. We're going to bury my Mona there, bride.
Is Harold and Nellie and Meredith in heaven?
Right away, the vicar said.
My Mona's still here.
That's Just her old coat.
In old Dacre's outhouse, there's some pheasants and a duck hanging up. They ought to be buried, hey, Bride? Jockey's gone to get them.
And pheasants and ducks are for old Dacre's Sunday dinner. He won't half be angry.
What's happened to Mona if that's just her old coat?
An angel took her up in his wings. Angels do that. Took my dad, Mam says.
An ambulance took my dad to Chipping Sopry.
Bridie! Bridie! Yes? Anybody see you, Chalky?
Dead he is, or dead and nasty.
Of course, that's why he's going to have a funeral. What's this, then?
Dusty said bring anything we could find.
It's your Sunday dinner. Take it back. We want whole deaders, not bits.
When should we do it?
Tonight. We'll do it tonight when it's dark.
Will they be looking at us or them deaders? Will they?
Tell you something else. When it's the end of the world, God walks right in through that churchyard gate and lets them all out.
Cool, what a sight. When, Bride?
Anytime. Could be tonight.
I'd like to see God. I wouldn't.
There's jippos up at the dump again.
I seen one fishing, all in black. I'm afraid of jippos.
You afraid of them, Bride? No. I talked to one.
Gypsy?
Thought I'd warn you. That girl of yours being, for want of a word,
Innocent?
Well, yes, if you like.
Can I ask you in for a cup of tea, Mr. Sloop?
There's, one of them in particular got his eye on her.
What for?
We don't have to say, do we?
I've just made the tea.
I mean, you don't want another scandal, do you?
Or gin and lime.
Just had a beer.
Oh.
So give her a straight talking to, eh?
Bridie. Bridie's a child.
You wouldn't think so, would you? Just looking at her, I mean.
What do you mean?
She's filling out a bit, isn't she?
I hadn't noticed.
Oh, some is. Right.
Bridie, where have you been? What nonsense you've been up to now? Bridie!
The boys worked all night.
What a cheek. Might have called me. What you get?
One of old Dacre's hens. One of his pigs, too.
A pig?
Only a young un. Got sat on by its mam.
Ah.
Struck a bit of hard ground for it, though. God, to a murder.
It's too much. It's too much and too many.
Don't face about, dear. You'll upset your stomach.
My stomach's upset already. What am I going to do?
We just have to think about it. Quietly.
I mean, it isn't as if it's a large churchyard, is it? I mean, there's old Mrs. Hearn the day after tomorrow, and that was roughly her position. It's the point of no return. It's Sunday morning.
And the congregation about to arrive.
All three of them.
Now, don't sit on that cold stone, dear.
Why not? Anyone would think I haven't got any trousers on.
I suppose they'll have to be dug up.
Of course they will, but if I'd only had all night. But now, just before morning service. Oh, who could have done it?
Children, dear, children.
Well, of course it's children, but what's the right way to tackle it?
You'll just have to talk to them, dear. Explain that they've got to put them in a field or somewhere.
I'm so bad at talking to children. They stare me out.
Well, stare back at them.
Oh, my.
What is it?
The entire village is out there.
Oh, that's a nice change.
What am I going to say to them?
You'll say what has to be said, and say it well.
It's Bridie. That's who it is. It's Bridie White. We will sing hymn number 573. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small, all things bright and wonderful, oh Lord God made them all. Each little flower that opens, each little bird that sings, He made the glowing colors, He made the tiny leaves. All things bright and beautiful, all things all things wise and wonderful, the Lord God made them all. I was astonished. I was astonished and somewhat horrified by what met my eyes in the churchyard this morning. The wanton desecration of a place reserved for the dead of our village. These little mounds are plainly the graves of animals and birds that some children have buried. This is not an act of vandalism. We must understand that. In fact, I think I know what was in their minds. But no matter how innocent this may be, this kind of conduct cannot be permitted. I want the children responsible to see me after Sunday school this afternoon, when I shall have to decide what action may have to be taken. One more thing. As we have such a large congregation this morning, this is perhaps the moment to say that probably a wider responsibility for this lies on the shoulders of the parents. I should like to talk to them too.
shocking and sacrilegious. I agree, Dolly. She ought to be punished.
She ought to be shut away. Who?
Well, the white girl, of course.
I should burn the church down next.
Sherry, Mr. Dacres?
What proof have you that it is Bridie White?
Proof? She's the ringleader. She's the instigator of everything those kids do.
Come, children always get up to mischief on holiday. I don't think we ought to take...
Aren't you supposed to teach them how to behave in that school of yours?
Oh, come, Mrs. Rigby, it's hard enough trying to teach them the 3 R's without having to...
Aren't we all getting rather carried away? I mean, after all.
Clearly, the contents of your larder aren't lying deposited in the churchyard, Philip.
All the same, Doctor, I think a sense of humour.
Sense of humour? What's funny about having no Sunday lunch?
If you ask me, you're all talking out of your backsides.
What a thing to say. Shocking. Sunday too. Nice unreligious kids.
Bloody fuss about now. It ain't got me worried.
Why not, son? Did the kids get you to make the coffins for them?
Now, you're a bit too close needing the chest yourself, Fred, so watch it.
Excuse me. Same again, Cyril.
Oh, I see it is our affair. The parents, not them up at the vicarage.
Well, if that girl's not in need of care and attention, I'll eat my hat.
Then you won't be undernourished, dear.
Gertrude, I think you and Philip are taking this far too lightly. The girl is becoming a danger.
Oh, really? Just because a group of kids... Well, I'll speak to them, tell them they'll have to bear their animals somewhere else.
Well, if they gets away with this, next thing they'll be jamming any old thing out there.
Dig 'em all up, Slim. Throw 'em over the wall.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen. This is my parish. The churchyard is my responsibility. Let me handle it my own way. I've already told you I shall speak to the parents, and I shall see the children in Sunday school this afternoon.
Do we need him? Or any of them? Whose kids are they?
Not mine.
Oh, well, we all know about you, you old ram.
Right, old Fred's got a bite.
Sneeze your way out of that one, Fred.
Listen, I tell you what we do.
Afternoon. Afternoon, Fred.
Afternoon, Vicar. Oh, sir. None of them turned up. But don't be worried, Vicar. They couldn't. Couldn't? Well, they were locked in, all of them, for punishment.
Punishment?
Yeah, young Cheeseman's idea at the Boy and Donkey. Lock the kids in, he says. Yes, says the others, like a lot of sheep.
All of the children?
Except her.
Bridie, I want to
I've
talk
been
to you.
round the village. They're shut in their rooms, making faces through the windows at me.
I want to talk to
Mind
you.
you, I told them not to come to Sunday school anyway.
You did?
So as I could talk to you on my own.
Bridie, about your animals.
Friends. Harold and Nellie and...
Taking things from people's larders, it's no joke, Bridie.
It wasn't meant to be no joke. As we were burying 2 or 3, thought you might as well do the lot.
Well, you've got me into a lot of trouble.
You're going to punish me?
Oh, Bridie, you worry me very much. You know, many girls of your age are married and have children.
You're going to dig them up then?
Well, they can't stay here.
This ground's concentrated. You can't, can you?
It's been done before during the war.
Know what I think? I think every deader ought to have an animal for company.
You've got to understand.
They have animals when they're alive. Why not when they're dead?
Now, listen. I've had an idea. If I let you have a cemetery in my garden, will you promise not to bury anything else in the churchyard?
Of course. Then we can bury deaders any time we like.
No, Bridie, no. It's a small garden. No, you've got to ask me first.
All right, then.
Good. Well, I'll tell your mother. I'll tell all the parents. They'll understand. Parents do understand, Bridie.
I got to go now.
No doubt you've heard of the business in the churchyard.
I heard about it. Very naughty of them.
The church council are very worried about Bridie. They think she's the ringleader, and 1 or 2 of them are quite vindictive about it.
Bridie's all right. Mischievous, that's all.
Perhaps if her home life were a little more... Well, frankly, if you paid a little more attention to her and a little less to... that.
I hardly touch it.
There are some very narrow-minded people in this world. Maybe that's why you don't have a great number of friends.
I'm too busy for friends. I see them when I want to.
Yes, I realize it's been difficult for you. Bridie's father dying, then the accident.
We're all right.
Yes. Well, you know, you can always come and have a little talk with me if you want to.
Thank you, Vicar.
Good night.
Who is it?
Good evening, Edwin.
What do you want?
I have an idea I want to discuss with you.
Oh? What?
Why don't you give Bridie and the children that bit of pasture beyond the churchyard for their animals?
I have no children, and she's responsible.
It's not fair. You know the truth and you should admit it. If anyone's responsible, you are. Edwin, let me help you. Surely it's better to talk things out instead of locking them up and letting them go sour inside. You know you'll only wreck yourself going on like this. You can't hurt her. She's invulnerable.
Vulnerable? I don't want to see her about the place. She'll have to go somewhere.
Who are you to say that? You're not a doctor. You know you could do a lot for this village instead of moaning about what life has done to you.
What she has done to me. And she's hardly suffered at all.
How can you say that? You know as well as I do that she'll never be the same as anyone of her own age.
But she's not unhappy. Don't you understand that, you damn fool of a parson?
Why should she be unhappy? She can't remember. And thank God for it. That's very thoughtful of you, Edwin. I think I need it. That bit beyond the wall would be a perfect animal's Valhalla. What do you say?
It's a long time since anybody's sat and drank with me.
Well, then, about that land. Think it over, Edwin. I'll let myself out. Good night.
Where have you been? You hear me? Where have you been?
Nowhere.
Vicar's been here about you. You know that? Yes. Everybody's talking about you. Your goings-on. Shaming me. Stand still! What's funny about it?
Nothing.
You don't know how I've suffered all these years. Hints here, nudges there, about you and Dacre's boy.
What?
And all this burying business. Why do you do all these things to me?
Vicar said you'd understand.
Well, I don't.
I thought you wouldn't if you was drunk.
I didn't mean it, Bridie. Bridie?
You're safe in them graves, you are. Nobody can hurt you now. Never again. I wouldn't mind being dead if it didn't hurt. what started it, and then I thought of Harold and Nellie.
Remember this? Do you?
It's a gun.
Yes, it's a gun. You know what happened with this gun? Killed a boy. This gun did. A long time ago. Out there. Oh, I didn't give it to him. He took it. It were loaded and he didn't know. He took it.
Oh, dangerous that is.
He were playing with this girl in that field and it went off. And he were killed. Dead. Not her, though. She's invulnerable. Know her, do you?
Who?
This girl. You.
Me?
You was the girl. Only you wasn't killed. You was only wounded. There.
Me?
You killed my son.
I did? I never. How could I?
Took the gun away from him, didn't you? I knew you did. You were struggling with him like I did, and he went off.
Don't know what you're saying. I never had the old guy, never. Never.
You killed him. 7 years ago. And I've waited all that time. All that time with a big knot in my head. You ain't got it no more.
But I can't remember. I can't remember. The gun? The boy? What boy? You made it up. You made it up to frighten me.
Lying under that tree. Julian Dacres. Only beloved son.
Julian? No! I never! It was someone else!
It don't matter. It's all over now. It don't matter no more.
Tell me it was someone else!
It's all right. It don't matter no more.
Oh, don't let it be me!
Quiet!
Don't let it be me!
Listen!
Don't let it be me!
You can have that bit of land.
Oh,
wait!
Don't let it be me!
Listen!
Don't let it be me!
You can have that bit of land! Come here!
Who's there? Where are you? Where are you?
Who was it? What happened? Who was that screaming? Was it Bridie White? Let's go find her.
It's Bridie.
Yeah, well, give us your jacket. Quick!
Is she dead?
She's half drowned with water and dying of the cold.
Did you fall in too?
What's happened?
Something to do with old Dacres. He got hurt.
What, they after her?
Everybody. They all are.
Police too?
I seen one.
Well, don't tell no one you seen her. And don't tell no one you seen me neither.
Why not?
Well, she's in trouble, isn't she?
All right, then.
Swear.
Cross my heart. Where you going with her?
Why, they won't find her. Now, you go on. Put the jacket on her.
They steal chickens, does Jippos. Reckon he's stolen Bridie, too? No, we let him take her, didn't we? That's not stealing. We let him take my jacket as well. My dad won't have bash me. Are we going to keep it a secret, then? Got to, haven't we? I crossed my heart. And you nodded.
Good evening. We're looking for a girl with fair hair. She's run away, frightened. Have you seen her? Have you seen her?
No, we haven't, sir.
Well, if you do see her, would you bring her back to the vicarage? Tell her there's nothing to be afraid of.
Right.
Thank you. You know where the vicarage is? Beside the church. Good night.
Found her in the river. Drowning she were.
Are you crazy? What are you doing bringing her here? They come here looking for her. Stop it.
What you bring her to the wagons for? After that, they pass and tell him he found her in the river.
No.
Yes, we don't want trouble. We get enough. Bloody fool you. What's the matter then?
Two boys said the law was after her.
Two boys, huh? Did they see you with her then? Look, you lumper, you. You get us chucked off this dump. The best dump we've seen in months.
Take her away. Take her back.
No. Well, why not, pal? Well, she's in trouble.
Out of my way.
Trouble, is it? And what about us? Always his family brings us trouble.
Can't keep away from women, can you? This one's a Giorgio, an English person. What have you done to us? Go on, get out. Get some soup.
You should have taken her home. Instead of bringing her here to the wagons. You've got no right.
Why should you care about her anyway?
Well, I do. So now you know, don't you?
Troubles. Nothing but troubles these days. There'll be none of us left soon. City men will drive us out. The sparrows will kill the red tanagers.
Oh, put a sock in it, Jabal Jones.
Drink, me dearie. It's cushy. It's good. Don't fear, me dearie. You're safe with us. Don't fear. She's ill, boy. Very ill.
What's cold of the water?
No, it's a fever of the brain. Takes days and nights. What is this girl that you bring her to the wagon?
Been looking for her all my life. All the others always looking for her.
She ought to be with her own people.
No. Oh, she's in trouble.
Nausea.
Well, Lamar, any of you seen a stranger around here? A girl? We're looking for her.
Parson asked us. No, we haven't.
I understand one of your boys was seen talking to her.
Oh.
Me?
Yeah, I talked to a girl in the churchyard. White hair?
That's the one. What do you talk to her for?
Pretty girl.
When was this?
Week ago.
Have you seen her since? Well, if you do see her anywhere, bring her in, will you? We won't book you.
Bastard.
Come on, let's pack it up. Hit the road when the men get back.
Want the law to come after us, do you? That's the best way, that is.
So she dies in there. And what do? Bury her in some dirty ditch.
You stupid cow.
Want to clip over your ear roll, do you?
Never see her again.
That's the way to talk, isn't that the way to talk?
Very hard life. If Dog had been with her. Poor old Dog. Where is he now, then?
At the Vickers. Got a good home there.
If her home life were a little... If you paid more attention and less to that.
I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, they're gone again. Always think it's nice when you're upset to have people.
Harold and Nellie were people.
It's a shame. Another little tin. Here, have another drop of gin.
Some of your gin, then. Get your pen, Philip. Don't be daft.
Oh, gin dear, it's a shame, really. It's a shame. It's a shame. Are you going to how is it? I don't know. Gin dear. Do you good? Don't you feel easy? It's a shame. Gin dear. I don't know. I don't know. Do you good? It's a shame. Gin dear. Gin dear. Do you good?
Hey, remember me? Remember Roybin? Now, don't be afeard. They'll never get you as long as I'm here.
What's this place?
It's Grandma's wagon.
Have I been stolen then?
Only from the river. I fished you out and kissed you back in life. I brought you here for safety. You've been ill.
Then it went a dream then. Put me in this here.
Hey, Grandma. Comes from Cardiff Hospital. Fed you on yarrow, sorrel herbs. put dock leaves on your head for the fever. Well, look, this is you then.
Did you see Mrs. White?
Yes,
How did she look?
clean and comfortable. I said something inane, like, how are you? She didn't open her eyes, but I thought I saw the glimmer of a smile, and then she said, I think I'm gone too.
What did Matron say?
Usual. If she has any relatives, they better come at once.
Poor Mrs. White. Poor Bridie.
Why couldn't any of them talk to me? All they used to seem to have for me is to see them decently married or buried.
I still think she'll come back.
To what?
Dorothy, sitting up, is it? Better? Have some nice hot soup.
Chicken?
A jug.
Oh, dear. Bit like chicken, though.
Better.
Am I far from home?
No.
I'd like to go home now. It's not too much trouble. How long I been here?
Any days or nights?
Did no one come for me? Mean to say my mam will be worried?
You'll be stronger soon. And the boy Roy Bin, he'll take you home.
I'm strong now, after this hedgehog.
The little lady is bothered for her mum. I tell her you take her home, soon.
I'd like to go home.
What happened that night?
What night?
Night I fished you out the river. Hey, you got a pain?
Me feet. You're sitting on them.
Fluttering hand. Like a little bird. Frightened are you? Want to go home?
Yes. My mam. My dog.
Don't want you to go home.
Got to, haven't I?
Followed you for days.
Can't stay here, can I, mean to say?
Sitting beside you for days and nights. Sometimes in your dreams you cry out. I put my arms round you for the heart's comfort. And you sleep again. The river brought you to me. I brought you to the wagon. You're safe, no one can hurt you.
Done nothing wrong. Scared, that's all. Can't hurt me for running.
Police came too.
Police?
Looking for you. What happened? Soon wagons will take to the road. We'll go to the Welsh Hills. I'll not see you no more. Hey, come with us.
Police can't hurt me for running. My mam will tell them.
Well, will I go get your dog for you, then?
Forasmuch as it hath pleased Almighty God of his great mercy to take unto himself the soul of our dear sister here departed, we therefore commit her body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
There's a lot about dust in the Bible, ain't there? What's it mean? Nothing to do with me. God's a dustman. He throws dust in our eyes and makes us go to sleep forever. Mrs. White's gone for sleep forever now, hasn't she? God, what a pong! Why didn't the vicar cry? Mrs. Herbert did. Afraid she's next, wouldn't wonder. She's old. Don't have to be old to be dead. Bridie ain't old. Bridie ain't dead. Where's she then? Australia. Maybe she's been stole by the Jippos.
Sometimes I sleeps here. It's that quiet before the birds wake. No roof for me. Just the trees, the sky, and me Duval watching over me.
Me Duval? Who's he then?
My God.
Oh.
Calling the police, then?
Bet you can't do that. That's good, that is.
You've got eyes like the river.
Muddy.
Cloudy. White.
So's me name.
You remember, don't you? You remember everything. Your name, where you come from. What happened before you went in the river?
I don't want to talk about it. They're too big, aren't they? Make my feet look funny, don't they? My mum will laugh when she sees me in the slot.
Will you be happy? Like there in that village?
You keep asking.
What you dreaming, then? I'll never forget you. No matter where I goes, I'll see you as you are now. Daytime, dreams, sunset, moonlight, through woods and across fields, flitting before me in your gypsy boots.
You going away, then?
Have to. They don't let us stay long no place anymore.
Will you be coming back?
Maybe. Maybe not. Why'd I have to choose you out of all the world? When I was a little boy, my mum cried all the time.
Why did she? Why?
She loved the Giorgio. You know, some people see someone and they say, that's the only one for me. And if they can't have him, well, life's small beer, I reckon. Maybe one day that can happen to you, eh?
I don't. I only play with kids. No one ever talked to me this way. There's only my mum, and I don't ever tell her anything. But I remember.
Don't be frightened. What do you remember?
A boy. Hundreds of years ago. Like a dream, really. We used to play in these fields, down by the river. I try, but I can't remember no more. Maybe.
You put flowers on him.
I used to cry too, like your mum, in my bed. Nobody ever told me why he never came to play anymore. Never talked of him.
his overcoat lies in the graveyard. And then that other night, well, he told me I killed him with a gun.
Who told you?
Old Dacres, that's who. Showed me the gun, ran after me with it. But I couldn't have hurt Julian. Not him. Not him.
Well, don't cry then. Don't cry no more. You said it now. I can't hurt you no more.
Now you're going away too.
Would you stand alone in your life? Wild winds, rains of winter, scrap heaps, tent dwellings, could you?
Don't know. Don't go away, not yet.
Well, don't you go home, not yet.
I'll get used to it, won't I?
It's a hard life. People ever heckling you to be on your way. Georgios don't like us. They never did. And we don't do them no harm. You got a bit of poaching. If you wanted, I'd even try to be house dweller.
Just don't want you to leave me. That's all I know. There's a thumping in my stomach that says that. Tomorrow I'll go and tell my Mum.
Oh, and you won't come back and they'll send us packing, I know.
Well, I'll find you, see if I don't.
Now you don't know the pucker and cush the pens a drum. Ask Romany for you. Means speaking sticks that tell the way.
Well, show me. Show me.
Well, look. The white side points away. It's called the patron. Sometimes two pieces of rag on a bush means the same thing. See, if the stick lies straight that way, it means we're gone with the wagon. If it's bent that way, it means we're gone on foot. Or sometimes we have to move sharp. Oh, tufts of grass at crossroads, mounds of dried earth. Now the sticks sometimes. Got to have good eyes.
I got good eyes.
Big ones. I love you. I love you. I love you. Didn't have long, did he?
I don't have to go.
That's a Ma'am. I guess not. She'll send the police.
I'm not a kid. I'm 17.
Can't keep a secret, eh?
We never said nothing to nobody. Not a word. Not a blooming word. You ain't dead then?
I could have been, but he pulled me out to the river.
Coming home, eh, bride?
How's my Mum?
All the animals are buried in the vicar's garden now. Good and close to them raspberries. Smashing that is.
But how's my Mum?
She's gone.
Gone? Where's she gone then?
The dustman took her.
Dustman? Who's he then?
It's God is the dustman.
God took her? You mean she's gone? She can't be. Oh! She's been with me all my life, has Mum. She couldn't have gone without my knowing.
She's gone, all right. Went to the funeral. Harold and Nellie and everyone. But everyone is getting dead. Come on, bride. Come on home.
Home? I haven't got home. Nowhere to go.
as me. You got me. Nothing else don't matter. Listen. Listen. There's people in this world where they're lost people, lone people. I'm one, you're another. Now, I got you, you got me. There ain't nothing to fear so long as we're together. What you want to do?
Do?
Go back with them or stay with me?
Oh, I'm frightened.
Don't be frightened. You ain't done no wrong. If you want to go back along with them.
I want to run away.
Don't run away. They chases runners. Look. Look. There's got to be two for happiness. Birds, animals, people. If there's two of anything, they ain't unhappy. And you got me.
You got us.
Something for you.
What is it?
Eh? Yours and mine. Cut it when you was asleep. It's good luck for when we ain't together. Chumape.
What's that?
Marriage kiss of the Romanis.
She's Chumape. I'll go to my mum. My mum's grave, and then I'll come back. Straight.
They won't let you come back. I said they won't let you come back.
They will. The vicar will when I tell him. Vicar's all right.
I'll wait. I'll wait here.
Quiet. Quiet, all of you. One at a time. Now, Harry, what is it?
Bride is back.
Where?
In the churchyard. On her mum's grave. She's crying.
no.
She's crying. She's crying.
Bridie. Come along, Bridie. Come to me, Bridie. It's all right. Come along. Come along. That's it. Did you find her here?
No. We found her in the long meadow.
What was she doing there?
Getting married. She's Chumape.
She's what?
To one of the Jippos.
What are you talking about? Come, Bridie. Come home with me. I'll take care of her. That's it. All right, children, you go along home. I'll look after Bridie. She's going to be all right. It's quite all right. She's going to be all right.
Fred, you must try and pull yourself together.
I must go back, I must. I said I would.
Bridie. Who?
Roybin.
Roybin?
He's one of the gypsies, I think.
I promised him, I
Now
promised.
listen, Bridie, you're not well.
I don't care.
Bridie, stop crying. Otherwise, we can't help you. Now,
I said I'd go back, see? After all, I'm going to Mum and her home now, and they was good to me, them gypsies. And Roybin, he's waiting. He said he'd wait, he's waiting.
all right, if you'll control yourself, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send a message to Roybin and tell him to come down here tomorrow morning. Now, what do you say to that?
Thank you, Vicar.
Good. Now I'll get you a hot drink and you go to sleep.
He's all I got left, see, him and Dog.
I'll send that message.
Slim, Vicar wants a word with you.
Right. Hello, sir.
Look, I want you to do something for me. I want you to go to the gypsy camp immediately.
Gypsy camp, sir?
Yes. There's a young man there called Roybin.
Who's that, sir?
Roybin. Tell him that Bridie's at the vicarage here with us.
Bridie?
Yes, she's back.
Oh, she's back.
But tell him that she's not well and that we intend keeping her here tonight.
I see, sir.
And tell him that I want to see him here tomorrow morning.
Right, sir.
She's asleep now.
Good.
The boots are at attention at the foot of the bed.
Everything's under control. I've called the doctor and told the police that she's back. They're both coming in the morning.
But she's all alone now, Philip. What'll happen to her?
I can see no alternative now but at home. The doctor will know the best way of going about it. We'll talk to him.
But if this boy, Roybin, comes...
Well, I'll just have to explain to him. I don't think he will come to you. I mean, gypsies.
Bridie! Come on, let's go. We've got to get out of here.
Why?
They sent up a man.
Now, you heard me. Get out of here, the lot of you, for tomorrow.
What we've done, Giorgio?
Kidnapping, that's what you've done. Lucky for you, the girl escaped. You'll be gone before morning. No, the police will be up here after you.
What's happened then?
I've about enough of you. Put you inside for 2 pins.
What have I done then?
Kidnapping. That's what you've done. Punishable, that is. Bloody jippos.
Ask her then.
If you're still here in the morning, you won't be able to ask nobody nothing. You'll end up in clink. Right.
Well, get that git. Look, you just shut your trap and do like he says. Now go and pack your gear, because we are moving. I'm not going. I said I'll wait. And wait I will.
She won't come, boy.
She will.
Listen here, you.
Let go of me. Look, get older. We'll wind up in the bloody stir.
Don't be divvy up, boy. It don't never work out. Remember your mum.
I'll not go. Shut your gab. You cock-sparrer.
Thank you, Bridie. That's all, Vicar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, then, good morning, Mrs. Moss. Look after yourself now, girl, eh? That'll be all right, sir. We've had all the facts from Mr. Dacres. He'd be glad to know she's back, sir. Reckon we all are.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Evans.
Good day, Vicar.
Well, that wasn't too difficult, was it?
Vicar, will you marry Roybin and me?
Eat up at breakfast, Bridie.
Will you?
Bridie, he hasn't turned up, has he?
But he said he'd wait. gave me this, see? It's the chuma pay, see? He gave it me for when we're not together.
The Lord watch between me and thee when we are absent one from another. Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. Whither thou goest, I will go. Where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people. Thy God, my God.
Yes, that's it.
Bridie,
Yes?
in the hall, the coat rack. Get yourself a cape, a coat or something. Hurry up.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I really don't know. The doctor's coming. Come on, this way.
Come on, Dom. Wait a minute.
Hello, Doctor. Morning, Mrs. Moss. Lovely day, isn't it?
Like a dream. Like they was never here. They were.
Perhaps we should go back.
I'm never going back.
Bridie,
What have I got to go back for? You tell me that. The white side points the way.
what is it?
Booker and Kosh.
What?
You can go home now, Vicar. Thank you very much for coming. Goodbye.
Bridie, come back. Bridie! No! Damn it! Last! Oh.
Are you all right?
Yes, it's nothing. It's just my silly old back.
I found another look. It points to the road. They've gone on the road. He wants me to follow.
Bridie, you can't go, not now. There'll be miles.
I've got to, haven't I? He's left the sticks.
Yes, but I can't keep up with you.
Will you go home then, Vicar? I'll be all right.
Yes, I'll go and get my bike and follow in case you get into trouble.
All right. You follow then.
I'm mad. I'm absolutely mad.
Just a minute.
Thank you.